Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a business model that's, well, it's really built for the kind of world we're all living in now. A world that's making a lot of us question what a stable career even means anymore. Let's get into it.
Most of us grew up hearing the same story, right? Go to school, land a good job, put in your 40 years, and then sail off into a happy retirement. That was the dream, the gold standard.
But let's be real, for a lot of us, that path is starting to feel less like a superhighway and more like a road with some serious potholes. So you have to ask, is that old playbook even relevant anymore? Can we really count on it to keep us secure?
I mean, just look at the difference here. That old promise of a job for life? Yeah, that's turned into the reality that your role could be gone tomorrow. We talk about company loyalty, but what happens when the company itself just disappears? And that predictable retirement we all dreamed of, it's starting to feel more and more like a roll of the dice. Okay, so if the old way is broken, what are we supposed to do? Well, that brings us to a concept that was designed specifically for these new challenges, the microfranchise model.
So what exactly is a microfranchise? Let's break it down. At its core, it's a personal business system that anyone can follow. The keywords you want to hang on to here are replicatable, meaning there's a proven process, and cumulative, which, oh, we are definitely getting to that one. And maybe most important of all, it's designed so that pretty much anyone can get started.
To really get our heads around this, we're going to use a super simple but really smart framework from Angema Lim. It's just ABCDE, and it lays out the core benefits of this model perfectly. All right, first up is A, and that stands for adapting. Look, this is all about facing the facts. The rules of the game have totally changed. Your value today isn't tied to a job title. It's about your ability to create value inside a system. This model is built for exactly that. It's low risk, you can do it from anywhere, and get this, it's a path where your age actually becomes an asset, not a liability. Next up, B, building cumulative income. And honestly, this one is a total game changer because it completely flips the script on how you earn money.
And this slide just lays it all out so clearly. With most jobs, you're just trading your time for money. Simple as that. You stop working, the paychecks stop coming. But a cumulative system is completely different. You're not just earning for today, you're building an asset. The work you put in now can keep paying you down the road. You're creating value that actually grows over time.
All right, on to C. This one is all about learn while you earn. And it's what makes this whole thing so approachable. Think of it like a hands-on business school, but without the crazy tuition or the years of theory. You can actually start bringing in an income while you're learning how everything works. And the skills you pick up, we're not talking about dusty, old textbook stuff. We're talking about real-world, high-value abilities. Things like communication, sales, leading a team, managing your own time. I mean, these are skills that make you more valuable, period.
Okay, letter D is where this gets really interesting because it's all about valuing character over connections. In other words, it doesn't matter who you know, where you came from, how old you are, or what degrees you have. None of that is the barrier.
So what does matter? It really just boils down to three simple things. Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to actually do the work? And are you willing to stick with it when things get tough? If you can say yes to those, then the door is open.
And this quote, this just says it all, doesn't it? It's about giving regular people a real chance to completely change their story. It levels the playing field. And that brings us to our last letter, E, and this one is big. It stands for empowerment and control. This goes way beyond just the money. It taps into a really deep human need to be in the driver's seat of your own life. This right here, this is the why. The real prize isn't just having a secure job. It's about owning your life. It's the huge difference between spending your days building someone else's dream and building your own. It's about getting to decide how you spend your time, your energy, and your future. All right, so we've walked through the ABCDEs. Let's pull it all together. What's the big takeaway here? And how do you know if this is even right for you? Look, if there is just one thing you walk away with today, please let it be this. Real, true security in this day and age doesn't come from an employer. It comes from you. It comes from your ability to create value for other people.
Now, let's be super real for a second. This microfranchise model is not some kind of magic wand. It is not a get-rich-quick thing, and it's not going to magically solve every problem.
What it is, though, is a fair shot. It's a system designed for people who have those three key things we talked about. You got to be willing to learn, you got to be willing to act, and you got to be willing to persevere.
So the question to leave you with is this: are you looking for a different way? A model that actually rewards your effort, that lets you build something that lasts, and that puts you back in control of your life? If you are, then this framework from Angema Lim might be exactly what you've been looking for. Thanks for watching.